Here at Knoxville for the COVID 75. What else do you do when you got COVID? Well, you get on iRacing and you host some races, as Dean is doing here today. Hope he gets better. Hope he makes it through the race, as he's kind of stuck at home in quarantine with COVID right now. But anyway, we are going to do 75 laps here tonight. We got a couple heat races as we wait for these guys to go out and qualify. Did it just freeze up on me? Huh. I think it froze up on me. Yep, iRacing froze up. Let me get out and go back in. Hold on a second, guys. I am going to get out. I don't know why iRacing just froze up on me. Ever since the update, it's acted a little funny. Huh. It won't even take it off my screen. It took it off your screen, but not mine. All right, I am gonna load back in. For some reason, iRacing got goofy on me. Give me 1 second while I get back in there. Again, we are here for the COVID 75 for Dean Reynolds. Like I said, he's got COVID right now, so hopefully he gets better soon. Sorry, guys, I know it's a black screen. iRacing froze up as soon as it switched to qualifying on me. I am pulling it back up. Sometimes it's got that funny glitch where it does. I've heard other people have it freeze up when it goes to qualifying. But we're getting back in there. It is loading up 25%, 33. Still loading, still loading. Hold on a second. I'm coming up, guys. I know I got a few people over on YouTube. Just be patient. It is coming up. Let's see. Yep, there it is. All right. Oh, there it is. All right. So they are out there qualifying. Let's go ahead and pull up. We got Tyler so far on the pole. Like I said, we're going to do 75 laps here tonight. Let me pull up best time. Let's see. Thank you for the like. By the way, as these guys are out there, and we are going right to heat racing. Everybody went right out and qualified. That's impressive. Just so top 6 do go to the feature. I don't know how many total are going tonight, but on the pole we got Tyler with the quick time, Colin in second. Then we got Brandon Combs in third, Joseph in fourth, Chris in that 5th position, Dean Reynolds in 6th, Glenn in 7th, Talon in 8th, Brett in 9th, and CJ starting in that 10th position, guys. First heat coming up as these guys are getting ready to line up and head out of pit road. Go ahead and pick a better view. I was riding with Tyler the other day. That paint scheme made me laugh. Sometimes I forget. This one's for Dean Reynolds. He's got COVID right now, so he's stuck in the house. And so anyway, he asked if I would broadcast this race for him, and so I was more than happy to. I don't know if you guys know who Dean Reynolds is, but look up Super Dirt Car, and you will find out who he is. All right, guys. So 10 laps and heat race number 1. We are at Knoxville Speedway. As Tyler is going to lead him to the green flag. We got Colin in that 2nd spot. I'll tell you what. It's actually a surprise not seeing Conrad at the top of the charts in a 358 anywhere. Alrighty. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Move my chat over too far. It shrunk my screen. All right. I think we're good. All right. So just waiting for these guys to set off as they come out of turn 4. Green flag is out as Tyler gets on the gas side by side with Colin. Colin's going to be able to slip back in that second position as Brandon Combs and Joseph side by side. Oh, Combs almost able to slide up in front of Joseph. Joseph gives him the room. Here comes Colin to the outside of Tyler as they head down into 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead. Colin not able to gain any ground on the outside yet. Track is probably a little bit too tacky as they head down into turn 1 and 2. Single file still for the lead. Brandon in 3rd, Joseph in 4th. Dean Reynolds in that 5th position as Talon is on his heels in 6th. Talon in that last transfer spot as he's got Everly all over his back bumper looking to get in through the heat and not have to hit the LCQ. Talon all over the back of Dean as he makes the move below him as they head down the back straightaway. Side by side for that 5th position. Dean Reynolds pushed back to 5th. Here comes Chris Everly. Oh, he gets a little bit of contact with Dean Reynolds. Side by side for that last transfer spot. We got Everly down low, Dean up high. Dean's going to fight back on the outside. Big run as they head down the back straightaway. Man, he's got to hold on. Down through turn 3 and 4. Everly holding strong on the bottom side, but look at Dean go up high. Oh, he catches the wall a little bit. That's going to cost him the 6th position. He's back in 7th. He's got to re-dig in and try and get underneath Chris. Right now, he's got Brett right behind him. Can he outrun Brett and get back up to Everly for that 6th position? We're going to go back out front. Still single file. Tyler, Colin, Brandon, Joseph, Talon, and Chris Everly. Here comes Dean Reynolds looking up underneath Everly. Can't do anything with it. Brett goes to the outside. Side by side for 7th. Dean Reynolds gets the berm a little bit. That gets him a little squirrely as he fights Brett. He's going to have to slide back in line. Hopefully what happens for him is Brett and Chris get racing side by side. Hopefully it creates an opportunity for him as our leaders are still single file. As Colin Bokus looking underneath Tyler Kinsey as they come out of 4. We're going to have 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go in heat race number 1 here tonight. Single file, 1st and 2nd. 3rd, Brandon Combs all by himself. Joseph in 4th. Talon in 5th. As Chris Everly in that final transfer, getting pressure from Brett. Brett's going to look to the outside as they come out of turn 4. He can't do anything. Can he cross back under him? No. 2 laps to go. 2 more laps for these guys to get in as Dean sends it into 1 and 2. Here comes Brett up underneath. Nope, not quite as he looks. Oh, underneath Everly as they're through 3 and 4. They got meat puckering right here. He's up underneath them out of 4. Drag race down into turn 1 and 2. 1 lap to go. He's going to pull the slide job. Everly with the crossover. This is for that last transfer spot. Who is going to get it? Everly's going to set it in there. Can't quite slide it up. Brett's got the edge on the outside. We got one into the wall. Brett's going to take the final transfer spot. Wow. Tyler wins it. Colin in 2nd. Brandon 3rd. Joseph 4th. Talon in 5th. And Brett takes the final transfer spot. What a good race there. Wow. That's insane. I guess that's why, that's the great thing about heat races and only so many people going. Is you get that great race for the final transfer spot a lot of times. As they get ready for heat race number 2, let's go ahead and pull up the starting grid. We got Gunner starting on the pole, Ryan in 2nd. Bryce in that 3rd position, Moffitt in 4th, James in that 5th spot, Andrew in 6th, Robert Henderson in 7th, Justin Edwards in the 8th position, Brian Beagle in 9th, and Stephanie in 10th. All right, 10 more laps. Top 6 transfer. Once again, Gunner's going to be the control car in that number 96 as he's starting on the pole. This is going to be a good battle for the lead. I'm telling you that right now. And it's going to be a good battle for the final transfer spot. There's a lot of good drivers in this one. Should be a great race for heat race number 2. How many heat races did we end up with? Let me look real quick. So two heat races. I think everybody's going to make it tonight, even though they got the LCQ. It might not even go to the consolation race, but I do believe everybody's going to make it. I'm not sure how many he has set up to go into the feature. What I do know is that's probably two of the best drivers I know on iRacing right there on that front row, especially in a 358. Gunnar Swanchera and Ryan Conrad. We're going to have a heavyweight battle in heat race number 2. That is insane. Don't go anywhere, guys. Go ahead and let me know what your picks are in the chat. Who do you think's going to take this one? Who do you think is going to take heat race number 2? I know. I wouldn't want to pick either. Green flag comes out as Gunnar gets a nice jump. Conrad's got to fight side by side for that second spot, but he's going to go ahead and pull ahead. Broadcast booth. Oh, they almost got contact back there between Moffitt and Bryce as they're going to battle for that third position. Conrad going to dig in, see if he can catch Gunnar as Moffitt looks up underneath Bryce Bailey. We're going to go back to Andrew in that 6th place. James Grace in that 6th position. Trying to fight off Justin Edwards as they come out of turn 4. That last transfer spot, it is so valuable as we go back up to the front. Single file all the way through the field. Ryan is catching Gunnar. Can he get around him? That's the next question. Down into 3 and 4. So even. Everybody's so smooth through here. I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best heats I've ever seen as far as caliper driver. This is, yeah, it's a pretty high strength of field just for a heat. As Gunnar continues to lead it, here comes Ryan all over the back bumper bar. He's going to look low underneath Gunnar. Side by side as they come out of turn 4. Oh, he can't quite get there. He's going to slide back in line. It's back to single file for first and second as they head through 1 and 2. Can Ryan Conrad get around Gunnar? Drag race, well, not drag race, but racing down the back straightaway as Conrad trying to figure out somewhere to go. I'm sure that draft is playing such a huge role as we got a battle behind these guys for that 6th and final transfer spot. Here comes James Grace up underneath the 19 and Justin Edwards on the high side. Justin's going to take that final transfer spot. James Grace has got to fight back on the bottom side as they try and get around. Back up to the front. Here comes Moffitt. Yep, Moffitt and Gunnar both doing good. Back up to the front as Conrad looking up underneath Gunnar. Can't do anything with it. This is bringing Bryce back into the battle. As we go back up to the 6th place battle, we got a lot of cars. What, 5 cars right here in the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Who is going to take that final transfer spot? As here comes James Grace on the outside. Can't do anything with it. He's going to get back in line. Back up to the front, still single file as Bryce is up underneath Conrad. They almost make contact out of 4. That is what Gunnar wanted to see as they're getting 2 laps to go this time by. Can Ryan Conrad do anything with Gunnar as they slide through turns 1 and 2? Back to that final transfer spot. Justin Edwards in it. James Grace on the outside trying to get it. That outside's going to start coming in, but here comes James Grace with the crossover up underneath Justin as they drag race down the straightaway. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. This is for the final transfer spot. No battle up here. We're going to watch this one as we got Justin on the outside. James Grace in on the inside. Justin's going to close that door as James Grace looks high. Oh, he's not going to make it on this one. Gunnar wins it. Ryan 2nd. Bryce in 3rd. Moffitt 4th. Andrew 5th. And Justin in that final transfer spot. Everybody else to the LCQ. Armin, thank you for the like. Josh, thank you for the like. Appreciate it, guys. All right, we are going to the consi. Let's see what this thing tells me. 8 people make it. There's 8 people in here, so everybody is going to make it to the feature here tonight. Let's go ahead and hit that starting grid for the consi. We got Eberly in 1st, James Grace in 2nd, Dean Reynolds in 3rd, Stephanie in that 4th position, Glenn in 5th, Robert Henderson in 6th, GJ Boydell, let me know if you're out there if that's right, Boydell, and Ryan Beagle in that last spot. Let's go ahead and get these guys lined up and out of pit road. So 75 laps. Chris, thank you for the like. 75 laps here tonight for the feature after this LCQ. Like I said, everybody's going to make it, so nobody's got to worry about going home as we get lined up and ready to go. So, I don't know. Who would you pick in this one? I mean, I know Robert Henderson's pretty good. He's starting back in the 5th position. Chris and James are both great. Dean Reynolds could potentially win this LCQ. Who's your pick in this one? I don't know anything about the 117. I can't tell you on that. But I do know... Oh, sorry, Henderson's in 6th. But I do know that James Grace is pretty freaking good in these 358s. I'm actually surprised he didn't make it in on the heat. But we're going to go green flag racing. The one thing I can tell you is that 01, he might be a little aggressive to take this win, because that's going to mean something where you start in that feature. So always good to be as far forward as you can. As the green flag comes out, Everly with a nice jump. James Grace going to fall in line. Meanwhile, we got Stephanie and Dean Reynolds side by side for that 3rd position as Dean rolls to bottom. Here comes Robert Henderson in that 27. He's up on the high side of Dean Reynolds as they head into 3 and 4. Dean with a big run underneath as he almost slides into Stephanie. As Chris Everly comes out of turn 4, he's got pressure from James Grace. Right now we're watching this battle for the 4th position as we got Robert Henderson and Dean Reynolds side by side. Who's going to get it? Down into 3 and 4. Dean sends it again. As we come out of turn 4, oh, the 117, little squirrely coming out as James Grace is all up in Everly's business coming out of 4. Down into 1 and 2, he gives him a little tap. Hey, buddy, I'm here. As they come down the back straightaway. James Grace up underneath us. Here comes the 117. That's Stephanie there, 3 wide, coming out of turn 4 for the lead. Oh, they make a little contact. No harm, no foul as they send it into turn 1 and 2. Contact with Everly. Oh, we got a wreck. Everly turned around. Oh. Robert Henderson goes from like 4th to 1st. James Grace stays in 2nd. Stephanie in 3rd. Dean Reynolds up to 4th. Ryan in that 5th position. Glenn in 6th. Boydell in 7th as Everly is going to probably pull it off. Man, that was some tough luck for Everly. I don't think he knew that they were 3 wide when Stephanie threw it down low. 3 wide into turn, what was it, 1 and 2 there? Meanwhile, we got Robert Henderson in the lead. James Grace on the hunt. Man, that was some tough luck for Everly. Everly was running a good race. Todd, thank you for the like. Elliot, thank you for the like. Appreciate it, guys. Definitely appreciate it. As Robert Henderson continues to lead the LCQ, it looks like this might be how it finishes as everybody spread out pretty good. Dean Reynolds actually starting to close in on that 3rd place car. Could we have a battle for 3rd here as we are down to 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go for the field as Dean Reynolds is closing on that 3rd spot. Robert Henderson continues to lead. James Grace in 2nd. As we got a battle brewing for 3rd as we're going to get 2 laps to go this time by. So what are you up to, Todd? Single file through the field as that wreck actually kind of tangled everybody up. We might go try and take a look at that if I can. This battle's trying to brew. If we're going to get it, is we're going to get 1 lap to go this time by for Henderson. James Grace in the 2nd spot. Stephanie in 3rd. Dean Reynolds in 4th. Doesn't look like we're going to get a battle anywhere. It looks like Dean's a little too far back as they come out of turn 4. It's going to be Robert Henderson. Seeing that checkered flag, he takes the win in the B main. James Grayson second, Stephanie, Dean, Ryan, Glenn, Boydell, and Eberly. That's your field for the LCQ, B main, whatever you want to call it. Everybody was in it, so I guess it really wasn't an LCQ. As we definitely had a rough one there for Chris Eberly. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened. Let's see. Oh, they just made a little bit of contact. They were 3 wide. They were really tight. I didn't realize Stephanie wasn't all the way under there. All right, they are out there burning in the track. But guys, give me 1 minute. I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Just had to use the bathroom real quick as we are getting ready to go racing here as the time is ticking down. We got about 15 seconds left. I just want to remind everybody, if you need the Discord link, if you're in the race, let me know. Top 3 I will interview. But I just want to let you know, if you like the content we have, I don't charge these leagues any money or any of these groups any money for broadcast. If you like what I do, support our Patreon. Also, we will be starting to host supporter races for people that do support the Patreon, where you could actually win some money in the races or cool prizes, but it'll only be eligible for supporters. So that's going to be a new thing we'll be doing here soon. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, there's the Patreon link if you guys need it over on the Facebook side. As these guys are going to get ready to go green flag when they, here you go. When they get out there, we're going to go ahead and do the grid. We'll just go ahead and do the grid now. We got the starting grid for tonight's race. The COVID 75. Dean's out here hosting a race, having some fun. He's stuck at home. He's got COVID right now, so hopefully he gets better here soon. But we got Tyler starting on the pole. Gunnar Swanchera in second. Let's go ahead and do... I can go through it this way. All right, so we got Tyler starting on the pole. Gunnar Swanchera starting second. Colin in that third position. Ryan Conrad sitting in fourth. Brandon Combs in fifth. Bryce Bailey in sixth. Tyler Moffitt in, Joseph in seventh. Tyler Moffitt in eighth. Talon, if I can get to it. Talon starting in that ninth position. Andrews starting in 10th. Then we got Brett starting in the 11th spot. James Grace in 12th. Go ahead and go to the next tier. Then we got Robert Henderson starting in the 13th position. Dean Reynolds. Dean Reynolds and 16th. Sorry, I'm getting them all screwed up. Stephanie in 15th. Then we got Ryan and Boydell rounding out the field, guys. Should be a good one here tonight as we're getting ready to go green flag racing. Tyler's going to lead the field. Green flag is out as they're coming at us down the front straightaway. Down into 1 and 2. Gunners riding that high side. Tyler in second. So we got the guy making the setups in second and the guy running his setup in first. So that's got to feel pretty good for him. Thank you for the Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I had issues when it went from qualifying. iRacing completely froze on me. I had to back out and go back in. But we got Tyler up front, Gunner in second, Colin in third. As Bryce is now in that fourth spot. We have Conrad. He's got to fight out with Brandon Combs for fifth. For fourth. That's a surprise there, as we know Conrad is really good at these 358s. Sending it down into the turn side by side for that fourth position as Moffitt gets a run on Conrad as they come out of turn 4. Side by side still as Conrad's trying to find any way he can around that number 28. The 28 gets a big run. Brandon Combs on the high side as they head down into 3 and 4. Conrad gains. Oh, Moffitt almost runs into the back of him as they come out of turn 4. Side by side as they touch a little down the front straightaway. Looks like Gunner starting to... Oh, Conrad almost got ahead of Tyler. Looked like Gunner was starting to look on Tyler, but he's got to fall back in line. Back here to this race for the fifth position. Here comes Conrad. He's going to take it as Moffitt follows right behind him. That's going to... Oh, Combs is going to fight back on the outside. side by side. Once again, Brandon Combs stuck. Just can't get down. He can't get anywhere he wants to go as he's stuck in that 6th position, trying to defend it and not fall back to 7th. Meanwhile, they're racing a little bit there behind them as we got a pack of cars. James Grace trying to make his way up. We move back, we got another pack of cars. Back up to the front. Here comes Gunner trying to work that number 10 of Tyler as they come out of turn 4. Here comes Colin looking underneath Gunner. Bryce Bailey just waiting to pounce in that number 2 as he's right on the heels of Colin. Gunner goes low. Colin looks high as they head down into 3 and 4. Colin's going to try and get that advantage on the high side. Gunner's going to shut that door as Bryce Bailey is now up underneath Colin. Now we got a battle for that 3rd position. Bryce trying to get the run on the bottom side. So hard to pass right now. Everybody in the top 4 back single file. We're going to go back and look. Conrad in the 5th spot. He's trying to reel these guys in. Brandon Combs right behind him. Tyler Moffitt in 7th. Andrew in the 8th position. Joseph in 9th as we got a battle brewing for 10th as Talon's got it. Here comes James Grace down to the bottom side as he looks up underneath Talon. Almost gets into him. Right behind him, we got Ryan in that number 84 trying to look underneath him. Man, these guys are racing and duking it out back here as the front cars are keeping it pretty mellow. It looked like Conrad might have blinked out a little bit. Still single file. 75 laps here tonight. Guys, we are completing lap number 11 now. As they cross the start-finish line. Down into 1 and 2 as Bryce looks underneath Colin. Nothing there. He's going to fall back in line. Ryan Conrad in that 5th position. Are these guys gaining it all? Let's look at these lap times. Everybody doing about the same speed. If you look all the way from 1st to 13th, those times are within hundreds of a second. Pretty impressive through the field, but as this track slickens out, since we got a long race here tonight, it will start to change up. They'll start to search for more lines as it looks like we got Gunner looking to the high side of Tyler as they head down into turn 1 and 2. Now he's going to go low as he crosses them over, and they're going to be drag racing down the back straightaway for the lead. Gunner on the bottom side, Tyler up high as we got a battle for the lead. Both on Swan setups as they come out of turn 4. Gunner's got to fall back in line. Colin lets him back up in that 39. Colin's not a fan of these 358s, but I'll tell you what, he's having a big run in that number 39. He gets a little squirrely there. That's as he gets in the back of Gunner. That's going to let Bryce get under him as Bryce sends it in. Sends it into 3 and 4. Not able to keep that momentum as Colin winds it up on the high side. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Bryce back on the bottom side. So hard to pass as it starts to slick it out on the bottom. That bottom lane will come in some a little bit later, but it's a little early now as we're only 15 laps into this one. Down the front straightaway, still single file as it looks like Tyler Moffitt's trying to work on that number 28. It's the 28 and the 29. Racing it out for that 6th position. Can Moffitt get around him? Like I said, the track is real hard to pass in right now. Uh-oh, somebody's calling for a caution. Oh, maybe not. All right, we got a battle here. We got that 9 car of Joseph trying to battle up underneath the 84 Orion. Not able to do anything. Here comes James Grace up underneath him. So much momentum lost in these things if you take the wrong line, as these guys are literally bumping each other. Pretty wild racing up here at the front as Conrad is closing in on this group. That gap is definitely shrinking between 4th and 5th. As if Bryce has a mirror on, he's watching that number 21 grow a whole lot. Bryce trying to look under the 39. He wants to get around Colin as quickly as he can as he sees Conrad coming. He's going to send it down on the bottom side. Nothing there. Can't pull the slide job as Colin gets a big run on the outside. Bryce has no choice but to fall back in line. Back here to Combs and Moffitt. That battle's calmed down a little bit, but we got this battle from 8th on back. We got, what, 5 cars right here? 8th through 12th. These guys are definitely battling it out hard. There is no give here as we almost watched them make contact back there between that 9 and the 84. Back up to the front of the field as Conrad has caught the field pretty much. Not completely, but he's pretty freaking close. He's starting to get that draft as Bryce and Colin Bocus are riding side by side. Ooh, Colin gets the wall a little bit. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. As these guys, I'll tell you what, they're racing clean. We're 23 laps into this thing. No cautions here tonight as these guys are giving each other a lot of room and a lot of respect. I've heard a lot of sorries for little bumps and stuff like that. What a great group of drivers out here. Here comes Gunner looking. Is there anything there as they come out of 4? No, he's going to have to stay in line. Bryce still trying to work on Colin. That is causing them to separate from the front two. Bryce is going to pull the slide job. Crossover by Colin. They're going to drag race down the back straightaway as they head into 3 and 4. Bryce tries to pinch down Colin. Colin's still going to send it in there. Side by side for that 3rd position. Complete defense move by Bryce there as he tries to maintain that spot, but this time Colin's going to be able to pull out in front of him. Here comes Conrad with the big run on the outside of Bryce as Bryce is up underneath Colin. Bryce is going to send it in there. Pull the slide job. Colin's going to cross him over as they make contact up at the front between Gunner and Tyler. What a battle we have in this top 5. Oh, man, they caught Gunner. Colin wasn't able to pull the slide job. He's going to keep it even with Bryce down the back straightaway. Down into 3 and 4. Can he clear the slide job this time? No. Gunner's too far back. No room to slide up. Colin holding strong, though, there on the inside as he might have actually found something down there. We're going to find out here soon. Down the back straightaway, still side by side for that 3rd position. Tyler way up high, Gunner down low. But everybody's searching for lines to be a little bit faster now. Looks like the 7th and 8th place, or the 6th and 7th place car are starting to gain on this crew too. The draft plays such a huge role here, and as these guys race side by side and slow themselves down, those guys get closer, they get the draft, and they actually pull on them twice as fast because they're getting the draft as they're racing side by side. Down into 1 and 2, still side by side for this 3rd position. Man, what a race. These guys aren't letting up, and they're just... What's up, Robbie? Thank you for the like. Daniel, thank you for the like. What a race here, as it looks like Colin might have to jump back and fall in line in that 4th position. Bryce now trying to go to work on Gunner as Colin's got a mirror full of Conrad. Conrad in that number 21. He is quick in these 358s as he's starting to come alive. Brandon Combs almost gets underneath Conrad there. Back single file. Tyler continues to lead this one, but I'll tell you what, it looks like Bryce might have found a little speed. Is that speed going to stick with him later? We're going to find out. We're not even halfway through this one yet. Pretty close. Pretty freaking close. Guys, if you guys are in the race, if you need the Discord, just let me know in the chat. I will put it up there. As here comes Bryce on the bottom side. As it looks like Conrad is looking up underneath Colin, but he's going to fall back in line. Back up to this battle for the lead as Gunner now getting side by side with Tyler as they come out of turn 4. Man, he just can't get the drive off. He needs to stay next to him to send it down into the turn. But you know who's not having a problem sending it in the turn? That number 2 of Bryce Bailey, as he completely sent it into 1 and 2. Here comes Gunner to the bottom side of Tyler. Can he stay even with him coming out the turn? Tyler's, oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag is out. First yellow flag. Wow, on lap 35. So we're just about halfway before we got that first caution flag. That was insane. I'll tell you what, these guys probably don't mind this little regroup here. Some of them anyway. Let's go see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, he just got the wall. flips it. They did not make contact. Just kind of pushing it on the high side, trying to find room. And, you know, sometimes you just run out of room. He's looking, he is looking, and he catches the wall. Oof. All right, so Tyler has the lead. Thank you for the like, appreciate it. Been some great racing here. All right. They're trying to figure out if Greg needs some more time in that number 14014 as he is down on pit road waiting for that tow. He ended up on his roof. He ended up turtling. So they're going to extend it one more lap. As the 014 is still on pit road taking that tow. This is a fun race. Dean put it up. As he's stuck at home with COVID. Hopefully he gets better here soon. But he's out there having a blast, I'll tell you that. And he's made it 34 laps. So, what's up, Nick? What up, neighbor? As we wait for the... I'm just kind of staying here so that... I'm just trying to stay here so Dean can see what's going on. It is a race. It is a race. Let's see. I don't know if Greg's going to make it back out in time. All right. He gave it one more lap for Greg to get... Oh, here comes Greg. Greg coming out of pit road. So he's going to be able to join the field. All right, so Tyler and Gunner side by side. So this just tells me, yeah, well, it's just starting to change up. This is the lines that these are the setups I use with these guys. So it tells me I'm pretty slow. As Tyler gets a nice jump, but Bryce Bailey in that too. He's going to try and slide up in front of Gunner. Gunner's going to get that run on the outside. And don't look now. Here comes Ryan Conrad in that number 21. Side by side for that second spot as Bryce able to slide in front of Gunner. Gunner going to give him the switch over. Gunner up underneath, down into 1 and 2. Can he send it in as Bryce is way up high? Here comes Ryan Conrad in that number 21. That is the one they did not want to see as he is so good in these 358. Meanwhile, oh, he backs it up into Colin as we got Tyler Moffitt down on the bottom side working up underneath Colin. Can he make some ground up? He's another one on the Swan set. I don't even know what to say right now. As Dean's back here, he's got quite the show back here to watch as these guys are side by side all the way through the field. Here comes Gunner on the outside of Tyler, side by side for the lead. Yes, they are side by side for the lead. He's going to get that run here. Probably get back up next to him. No, he can't quite make it. Yes, he can. Down into 3 and 4. He's got Bryce Bailey following him. Give Gunner the lead. Will Tyler be able to cross him over? Yes, here comes Tyler on the bottom side. Side by side for the lead into turn 1 and 2. Tyler's going to slide in front of Gunner. Here comes Gunner back with the crossover. What a race between the leaders. Oh, Gunner, get it. They're giving each other a ton of room and a lot of respect. And even Bryce in that third spot, giving them room, not getting up in there, screwing them up as these guys race it out for the lead. Here comes Bryce in that too, as Conrad digging down on the bottom side in that number 21. so much grip when these tires are cool. Now they're starting to get some heat in them. Let's see how that's going to affect these drivers. As here comes Tyler with the slide job again. Gunner with a big run. He's going to bump draft Tyler coming out the straightaway. Bryce now underneath Gunner as they send it into turn 3 and 4. What a race we got going on. Oh, Conrad almost into Bryce. Here comes Gunner with the slide job for the lead. Bryce right there on the bottom. Tyler with the crossover. Oh, man, this is just too insane. I don't even know how to call this one half the time. Bryce sends it in there. Almost gets in front of Gunner as Gunner crosses over Tyler down the front straightaway. How are these three doing this without wrecking? Here comes Tyler back with the run. Can he get back under Gunner as they head down into turn 3? Gunner with a little bit of a block, able to keep Tyler behind him. Give Gunner the lead this time by. Back to single file. Here comes Bryce Bailey in that number 2. He's going to send it in there next to Tyler. Who's going to get the better run off of turn 2? It's going to be Bryce on the high side, but Tyler on the high side. Bryce keeping up with him down low. Bryce gets a little loose on the bottom side, almost slides into Tyler. He's got to fall back in line. Yeah, it is a great battle. And don't count out this 21. He's like the GOAT of these things. Right now, back here with Moffitt and Colin running for 5th. What a race they got going on back here, too. Back up to the lead as Gunner is driving away from these guys. Got about a half a second lead as Bryce tries to clear Tyler. He does for that second position. He's going to go Gunner hunting as he gets around that number 10 of Tyler Kinsey. Here comes Conrad in that 21. He wants a piece of the action. I don't know what battle to watch. There's a bunch of them back here. Look at this battle for the 5th position. They are still side by side with Colin and Moffitt. The 28 of Brandon Combs trying to sneak his nose in there as a caution flag comes out. All right, let's see what happened here. There was just too much to watch. Oh, he catches the wall. So easy to do. That guardrail will just suck you into when you hit it. Oof. Does he have to tow? He has to tow. Tough luck for Brett. He's got a tow. Let's see if he makes it back out. But man, what a battle we had at the all the way through the field, but especially at the front. I don't know how those guys were doing it without wrecking. I would have just been sitting back there watching it. I wouldn't have even tried to get in the middle of that. Gonna do the touring cars at Charlotte Oval. So the Hondas, the Hyundais, and the Audis. All right. Bryce, you want to keep those tire temps down? Come on. Here comes the 84 with a wave around. All right, so Brett did leave the race. He's not going to run anymore. As these guys get ready to go green flag racing this time by, Gunner's going to control the start. But that number 2 of Bryce, he's pretty quick. Gunner might have a little bit of a challenge there. And let's not forget the 21 of Conrad up in this battle, and you can never count out Tyler. Tyler's always good enough, no matter what race he's in, to be there. Green flag is out as Bryce tried to anticipate that. Down into 1 and 2. Single file for first and second. As Conrad got a good jump on the outside, he's all over the back bumper bar of Bryce Bailey. They're going to send it down into 3 and 4. Tyler down on the bottom side. Can he get an advantage? Oh, Moffitt runs into the back of Tyler. He's going to catch the wall. Moffitt into the wall. Somehow they save it. The 27 of Henderson. He's turned around and flying. Yellow flag is out. This one started with Moffat getting into the wall there. All right, let's pause. Let's look at Far Chase. Let's see what Robert had to look at. So Moffat and Tyler got together. Tyler gets into the wall, causes the checkup, and Robert just had nowhere to go. Gets run over, but he lands on his wheels and keeps it going in that number 27. Got a couple guys coming down, taking those fast repairs as Gunner continues to lead the field in that number 96. We're going to try this one over again. I'll tell you what, 49 laps into this one. This has been a pretty good race, and we're just on, what, caution number 2? No, 3. Caution number 3. Starting to get a little more slick. So a little more difficult, but definitely more lines are starting to be created. So it'll be interesting to see how this track progresses from this point out. When they go green flag, they're going to be, what, 26 laps to go? So it is crunch time for some of these guys, trying to figure out how to get up towards the front. If you're one of those top 4, you're feeling pretty good. But look now, James Grace up to that 5th position in the 269. Where did he come from? He came back from way back. He's up 9 positions, up to 5th. What a good run out of him. All right, so Gunner's going to control this one. We're going to see what happens here. If you're just tuning in, we've had one heck of a battle here tonight. Pretty clean racing. Just had a couple cautions, but it's been pretty clean up to this point. Bryce Bailey looking pretty quick in that number 2 here tonight. Let's see if he's able to do anything. Ryan Conrad starting 3rd this time. Green flag is out as Conrad gets a good jump up underneath Bryce for that 2nd spot. Here comes Conrad in that number 21. Don't look now, but here comes James Grace also, as Conrad and Grace are always going at it in the 358s. Bryce with the run on the high side. He's gonna be able to clear for that 2nd spot as Conrad's able to slide up into 3rd. Tyler in that 4th position as James Grace and Colin are fighting for 5th. Side by side for that 5th spot. James Grace on the bottom. Colin on the top side. Colin's going to get it. Here comes Moffat in the 29. Moffat recovering from that little contact with Tyler, making his way back up to the 6th position. Side by side. Nope, now single file. Now Brandon Combs wants a piece of the action. Back up to the front. Single file, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. A little bit of gap back to 4th as Colin is working the back end of Tyler Kinsey. Sorry. Let's see what happens as the laps are ticking down. Here comes Colin up underneath Moffat, or Tyler Kinsey. Sorry, Moffat's behind them. Can he clear him? He clears him, but Kinsey's going to slide up underneath them. Not going to be last names because we got a couple Tylers next to each other, because look who's back. That's Tyler Moffat in that number 29. Side by side. Oh, for 5th as Kinsey, or 4th as Kinsey almost gets into Colin. What a battle for this 4th position as the front 3 have gone single file. Here comes Moffat in the 29. He wants a piece of it. Where will he put it? As we got 20 laps to go, 20 more laps to go. Give that 4th position to Colin. Can Moffat take it away from Kinsey as they come out of turn 2? He's got the run on the outside. They're going to send it into 3 and 4. Side by side, 29 up high, 10 down low. Out of turn 4, what a run on the high side. Kinsey has no choice but to fall in line. Looks like this battle's starting to heat up at the front of the pack as Bryce Bailey is putting the heat on Gunnar Swanchera. Here he comes down on the bottom side, up underneath them in 3 and 4. He's got to back out of it on the slick to keep it out of him And it's going to be Gunner coming out of turn 4. Down into 1 and 2. Gunner in the lead. Bryce in second. Bryce has got to regroup it, go catch him, and try again. Ryan Conrad in that third spot. Colin Bocus in fourth. Moffitt in fifth. Kinsey in sixth. James Grace in that seventh position. Brandon Combs in eighth. What a field. Look at this. Dean Reynolds has worked his way up to the 10th position. He is up 6 spots in that number 79. You know, he was worried about this track getting too slick. It looks like it's actually playing to his advantage here tonight. Back up front as Bryce is pushing Gunner down the straightaway. Now remember, we may get a lead change, but this draft will play such a huge role at this track that it's going to be hard for the leader to shake the second place guy unless he gets racing someone else. We got Talon, I think it was Joseph, pulling off into pit road as he gets out the way. Leaders heading down into 1 and 2. And these laps are ticking down. Bryce is feeling the pressure as he looks to the high side of Gunner. They're going to send it down into turn 3 and 4. Can he find a way around them? Here comes Conrad. He's going to get up underneath Bryce out of 4. Down into 1 and 2. Side by side for second as Bryce peeks underneath first. We were almost 3 wide for the lead. Conrad's going to be back to that third position. He's got to find a way around. This track is so hard to pass on right now. Looks like we got an issue. No caution flag is out. As the 117 having issues at the back of the pack, pulling down off the track. We go back to the battle for the lead. Bryce Bailey in that number 2 trying to find any way he can around Gunner. Gunner is so difficult to pass. Uh-oh. I heard a whoa. Uh-oh. Something's happening. I missed it. We're going to go back up to the front as they are still single file. Can these guys do anything? It is bringing in the top 5. They've all drafted in, so we got a 5-way battle for the lead. 5 cars with the opportunity to win right here as we have 11 laps to go. 11 laps to go. Who's going to get it as they come out of turn 2? Down into 3, still single file. Looks like Bryce has lost a little bit of ground on Gunner. Can he regroup and get back to the back bumper? Ryan Conrad, probably one of the favorites going into this race, sitting third. 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for these guys. Down into 3 and 4. Gunner continuing to win this one. Continuing to lead this one. Will anybody put any pressure on him? Are we stuck single file at this point? We're going to find out here soon. I got a feeling that Ryan Conrad is going to start putting some pressure on Bryce here soon. If Bryce doesn't make a move, we're going to find out as Brian's starting to get pressure from Colin down on the bottom side. Colin trying to get around. Here comes Bryce down to the inside of Gunner as they head down through 1 and 2. Can't clear him. Can he get a run off of 2? He actually did pretty good coming out of 2, considering he slid down on the bottom. Didn't lose as much momentum as I expected as they come out of turn 4. Oh, so close as Bryce is all over the back bumper bar of that 96. Side by side once again for the lead. Drag race down the back straightaway. Bryce has got to fall back in line. Bryce has got to try and make that move in 3 and 4, but he looks better in 1 and 2. What's he going to do as Conrad's gotten back up to his back bumper? Bryce looks so good in 1 and 2, but Gunner still fast enough to protect the lead as they head down into 3 and 4. It's going to be 5 laps to go this time by. 5 laps to go. Will Bryce use his bumper to get around him as they send it down into 1 and 2? Side by side. Bryce trying to pull out of turn 2. He might be too low. That might cost him second. He's able to slide back up in line as Conrad gave him plenty of room. And Conrad's got the run on him in 3 and 4. 4 laps to go as we got cars running out of gas on the track. Gunner in the lead. Bryce in second. Conrad in third. Ooh, Dean's off the track in the 79. Maybe that's who ran out of gas. I wasn't able to hear. I just heard somebody say it wasn't enough gas for me. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go for this group. Gunner in the lead. Bryce in second. Ryan Conrad in third. Colin in that fourth position. Moffitt in fifth. As they come out of turn 4, they're going to get 2 to go this time by. I'll tell you what, Conrad might be in the catbird seat. Let's see what kind of move Bryce Bailey tries to put on him as the laps are taken down. Through 3 and 4, they're going to get the white flag this time by. Out of turn 4, white flag is out as Gunner actually is spaced out from Bryce. 1 more lap for Gunner as they head down the back straightaway. Down through 3 and 4, Bryce is too far back. This is Gunner's race to lose as they come out of turn 4. Gunner sees the checkered flag. He's going to take the victory here tonight. Bryce Bailey second, Ryan Conrad third, Colin and fourth, Moffitt and fifth. Yeah. Yeah, Gunner takes the win. So we got Kinsey fell back, but Moffitt finished fifth. So we got a couple Swan Speed Shop cars up in the front. Bryce Bailey had a great run in that number 2. All right, guys, if you're in the race, if you need the Discord link, just let me know. I am going to go ahead and put... I guess Conrad didn't want his picture taken. All right, I'm going to wait to see who ends up in the Discord. There's Conrad. Oh, he's still in there. Go get your picture taken. Yes, sir. Gunner's already got it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, we'll just do the top 4. Why not? Or top 5. So Moffitt's going to get in here. Let's see who gets in here for the interviews. There's Bryce. Is Moffitt coming in? Just waiting to see if Moffitt shows up because he said he was coming. There he is. Oh, yeah? What's up? What's up, Tyler? Man, what a run out there tonight in that on that number 29.
Yeah, James, that was fun.
Man, you had to work for it. I know you and Kinsey got together. That kind of knocked you back. You caught the wall a little bit, and man, you had to fight back. Got back up to 5th place. It looked like good, clean racing overall, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. That was a lot more fun than I would have thought, for sure. Racing up there with them guys, just all them names up there, made it real fun.
Yeah, this was definitely a stacked group here tonight. I was just like, wow, look at these drivers out here. I think the second heat had some huge names in it.
Yes, for sure. Everybody in there, that whole field, just to run, 75 laps, 2 cautions, the respect out there, that was unreal.
Yeah, for sure. And I've run with a lot of you guys. Everybody up in this race pretty much races pretty clean. Very rarely do you have an issue, and you're no exception. You definitely race everybody clean. 5th place, man. I know you got a few people to thank for that one. That's a good run for you.
Yes, sir. First off, all the boys over at FTM, Scott for spotting me during that, Gunner for the sets, One Speed Shop, Greg at Pulse Graphics for the wrap, you for broadcasting. I got you on my car.
I've seen that.
And Dean for the host, of course. That was a cool invite. That was a cool deal.
Yeah, you know what? I guess it was him that ran out of gas late there.
Yeah, he said 13 gallons just wasn't enough.
Well, which sucks because we expect him to not make it because he wasn't feeling good because he's got COVID, not because he ran out of gas.
Right. Right.
All right, brother. Well, good run. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in Colin next, but good having you out here and watching your race.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's go ahead and pull in Colin. Well, I know this was your favorite car here tonight.
Yeah. Something like that.
Just kidding, man. That was a good run for you. I mean, I knew when Conrad came up there it'd be a little difficult, but you and Bryce had a great battle for a while there.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I knew he was trying to do some stuff, and I was just trying to hold my line. It was super tight, and I appreciate him racing me clean there. Yeah, it was just, it was that little run there in the beginning, and if you got your spot, I think that's once it went to slider line, you were kind of stuck there, and hoping you had the good position on restarts. The one restart we had, and just I tried to search around a little bit just for not being good in these cars. I guess I won't complain about fourth.
I feel you there. Here, I just can't figure out. It's such a fast track. Open setup definitely helps that issue though. But man, I was watching that battle in the front, and I don't know if you had a good view of it with Gunner and Bryce, and I think it was and Tyler. I don't know if you had a good view of that one, but man, how did they not wreck? Were you thinking they were going to wreck in front of you?
Yeah, there was a couple times I had to check up, and Bryce got into the back of me a little bit there, but it was nothing he could do. Just, I was trying to give each other room, and if one guy bobbled just a little bit, like Tyler bobbled a little bit, Gunner had to check up, I had to check up, things like that. So, like I said, overall, good race, man. Like it was. I'm not one to be happy about fourth most of the time, but Gunner's a well-known 358 guy. He's at the top there for that, and Bryce is good, and obviously Conrad is Conrad. So to finish
Yeah.
to finish behind those guys is I'm not upset about that at all.
For sure. Well, why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Ryan Conrad Performance. He's the guy in the 358 stuff. I don't know a thing about it, and this kid puts out some real good stuff. So, thanks to him, Nick Ham Designs, Three Sons Motorsports.
Thank you, Scott.
And thanks to putting on the broadcast, and Dean for inviting me and having me run this race. It was a blast.
Yeah, that was a good race. Definitely a refresher from officials.
Yeah, absolutely. It was it was what we needed. An actual fun run. It was fun.
All right, buddy. We'll go enjoy that, and I will talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
Yep. All right, so that's Colin. In that number 39, we're going to go ahead and bring in Conrad. Well, Flex Seal, it didn't work this race. How are you going to finish third? Okay. Ryan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, just picking on you, man. Good run. It looked super hard to pass.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just towards the end there, just the way the track was, is just the slider line. Is just all it was. If you made a little mistake, you just lost all your momentum. Like there's just so many bumps getting into each corner. It's just one single lane you had to run, and if you didn't run it, you're just off the pace. So it was just pretty single file. It was hard to pass, but it was a pretty good race.
Now I was watching a lot of that. Did draft play a huge role in that? I watched you pull in that group early on.
Yeah, especially at these bigger tracks, I feel like the draft and these things just a big factor. It's just kind of hard to estimate sometimes. Just in the draft, like they just get a run up on them so much so fast. It just gotta check up, and just when you get that run, you just kind of check up and stay behind because it just can't pass.
Well, you definitely had a fast one here tonight. I know it was tough to pass, and probably had a few opportunities. It was just so racy. There was just no place to put your car. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I gotta thank Superior Auto Service, Atlantic Racing Engines, Hoffman Seeds Supplies, RCP Performance, and I gotta thank Colin Bocas for all his help.
Well, as always, it's fun watching your race. Definitely a cool run here tonight. Still top three. Nothing to be upset about, especially behind those two.
No, it's nothing to hang your head about.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Ryan Conrad. Let's go ahead and pull in Bryce. Well, I gotta say, sometimes it's the best car doesn't always win, because it definitely looked like you had a rocket ship in that number 2 tonight.
Yeah, we were really good. It just got so hard to pass. think we tried everything but to door him. I wasn't gonna door Gunner. We've always raced each other good, but yeah, it was really hard to pass, and just the draft was huge. He had to stay in the draft, and uh, you just really couldn't go to the top either. I mean, I don't know what was going on. It was really weird. It was like you drop off a ledge instead of get a run, and you just lose all your momentum. You just kind of got stuck to that slider line. But yeah, it was a clean race. I mean, we only had 2 yellows, but just really hard to pass.
Yeah, it was definitely a very clean race. At one point, I was watching Gunner and Tyler going at it with slide jobs. You're sitting there in third trying to figure out if and when you could put your nose in there, man. That'd been hectic for you to watch.
Yeah, it was really hard to judge. You couldn't really throw a slide job because you're driving on one of their left rears. And then if you rolled the bottom, you kind of lost all your momentum. So it's sort of just hope you get a lucky break to get to the right recorder. Once you get to the right recorder, you're kind of in good shape, I guess. And you could just keep all your momentum and stay in the draft.
Well, definitely good run out of here tonight. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, FX Caprera, Coaches Pizza, Max Golf and Racing, GTR Simulators. Big shout out to Dean for putting this on. And thanks for broadcasting this.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in a bad show with Dean. I think I've had fun. It's been clean every time I've been in one of his races.
Yeah, Dean's by far the best admin on our racing. In my opinion, he always runs a really, really tight ship.
It's that respect people have for him. It makes a huge difference.
Yep, exactly. And he gives it back too, which is the biggest thing, and he understands.
Of
which
course.
is huge.
Well, thanks for coming out and putting on one hell of a show for me to watch. I almost thought you were going to have him when you started to you got that run out of 2 one time. So I was like, ooh, he's got something there. But you weren't quite able to do it. But hey, good run here tonight. Nothing to hang your head at.
Yeah, for sure. It was just so hard. You get a big run and you can't really throw a slider because that's the line he's running.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right, brother. Well, enjoy your second.
yeah. Have a great night.
You too. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull in Gunner. Man, you are so lucky that wasn't 10 more laps.
Yeah.
It was a pretty rough track, but man, Bryce found a little bit of grip with that slider coming out of 2 that one time. I said, Gunner might be in trouble there.
Yeah, there's starting to be a hole coming out of 2, and he found out how to get around a little bit quicker than I did, and thankfully I figured that out. And I think everyone's pretty well the same pace up front there. Like everyone said, the draft played a huge role, and everyone's running slider line. So unless you door someone, I mean, you're not going to pass anybody.
Man, you and Tyler had a heck of a battle up at the front of the pack for the lead, throwing slide jobs and crossovers, man. I could only imagine the smile you had on your face at that point.
Yeah, thankfully the track was racy enough to where we weren't really holding the whole field up, and Bryce was doing a hell of a job driving, not getting into either of us, because I know he wanted to stick his nose in there, but I mean, thankfully we all stayed clean and didn't wreck the field.
Well, some of being a good driver isn't being fast. It's also making smart decisions. And that's something Bryce is pretty good about doing. But definitely, how did it feel? I mean, Tyler got the pole. You were in second. I mean, it's got to feel good to see all your setups so far up in the front of the track.
Yeah, we were working on sets and before the race, and I made some J-bar adjustments, and I think mine felt a lot better once the track got rough. And as you saw about mid-race, we started getting racy, and he couldn't hang on to it as well as I could, and the set held through pretty good.
Yeah, definitely good. Well, you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to? Because, it's not always one person that makes a victory happen.
No, absolutely not. All the guys at Swan Speed, all the guys in the Discord, Greg at Pulse Graphics for the wraps, you guys for broadcast, and Dean for putting on the show. And I've been hanging out with the FTM guys quite a bit, and they're putting on a charity race here coming up pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I see Brandon posted in my Discord, so I got to check that out. But hey, good run here tonight. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch. You and Tyler and Bryce and all the guys put on one heck of a show tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, buddy. All right, so that is Gunner with the victory here tonight. Let's go ahead and pull up the results. Man, that was a good show. All right, tonight's winner, Gunner. Then we got Bryce in second, Ryan Conrad in third, Colin in fourth, Tyler Moffitt in second, Tyler Kinsey in third and sixth. Sorry, Tyler Moffitt in fifth, Tyler Kinsey in sixth, James Grace in seventh, Brandon Combs in eighth, Ryan Beagle in ninth, Robert Henderson in 10th, Andrew in 11th, Justin Edwards in 12th, Greg Boydell in 13th, and Dean Reynolds in 14th as he ran out of gas. That's heartbreaking. Talon in 15th, Stephanie in 16th, Joseph in 17th, Brett in 18th. Glenn and Chris Everly round out the field as they, well, Glenn did start, but Everly did not. As we had one heck of a race here tonight, and man, what a show. Oh, yeah, hold on. And I'm going to put the Discord link in there for you, bud. And then I'm going to call it a night. Well, I'm not calling it a night. We got some more racing going up here soon, but we're going to call it a night for this race. Let's see here over on Twitch. There's the Discord link. Give me a thumbs up when you get it, and then I'm going to close out the stream and get ready to do some Hyundais, and Audis at Charlotte Oval, so that should be fun. Oh, looks like you just got it. All right, guys, I am going to call it a stream, and I will see you guys